Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We have made it through the album Sundowning from Sleep Token. As of filming this, we've begun going through This Place Will Become Your Grave, but I wanted to go back and take a look at the 4 songs that are titled From the Room Below from the Sundowning Deluxe. So we're going to listen to all of them in this video. We have Bloodsport, Shelter, When the Party's Over, and I Want to Dance with Somebody. So should be interesting. Their covers always are, especially obviously I Want to Dance with Somebody. But yeah, so we're going to get in, give them a listen. Most of these we have obviously heard, but there are 2 here that we haven't. So When the Party's Over and I Want to Dance with Somebody. So we may do some digging, floating around, reading some things, but for the most part, we're just going to listen through each of these. So thanks for being with me. If you want to see more Sleep Token content like music videos, live performances, things like that, we have a growing library of Sleep Token content over on Patreon, which is $5. Gives you access to everything over there for Sleep Token, as well as the other artists that we've been going through on the channel. So feel free to give that a look, but let's get in and get started with Bloodsport from the Room Below. Where's the button? There, here's the button.
Wanna roll the numbers, wanna feel my stars align again. Even if the earth breaks like burnt skin and the heavens just won't open up for me.
So I guess these would be essentially like their acoustic or just stripped down versions.
Won't you show me your weakness? I'm made loving you, a blood sport.
Oh, it takes on a totally different vibe, man.
A blood sport. I'm made loving you.
Like the interesting thing with a lot of their songs is they are very meaningful even in their original forms. But obviously this song, I made loving you a blood sport, like it's real deep and hard and tragic in its own right. But when you put it in this form, man, it just takes on a whole nother life, and I guess sadness is the best way to put it.
A blood sport, I made loving you. A blood sport, I made loving you. A blood sport, I can win. I made loving you. A blood sport, I made loving you. A blood sport, I made loving you. A blood sport.
Makes me want to learn this.
So let's play. And somewhere,
Come on, man.
somewhere the atoms stopped fusing. I'm still your favorite regret. You're still my weapon of choosing. And out there, stuck in a quantum pattern, tangled with what I never said. You say it doesn't matter. I wanna be forgiven. I wanna choke up chunks of my own sins. Even if the sky cracks in morning and the heavens just won't open up for me.
Wow, dude.
You invite me in again. Let me pay for my arrogance.
It's, man, really interesting that he can scream that line there and it's like still fits in the whole vibe. And I'd imagine, because I have seen some videos I think of maybe a Birmingham concert, and his back is turned to the stage as he's playing on the piano. It sounds, and I don't know if this was recorded live. Regardless, it sounds like there's kind of a turning away, so that he doesn't get it too sharp in there, and it kind of sits still within the way he's trying to deliver this.
Morning, and the heavens just won't open up for me. Would you invite me in again? Let me pay for my arrogance. Won't you show me your weakness? I made loving you a blood sport. I made loving you a blood sport. I made loving you a blood sport. I can't win. I made loving you a blood sport. I made loving you a blood sport. I made loving you a blood sport. I can't win. And somewhere the atoms stopped fusing. I'm still your favorite regret, and you're still my weapon of
So much longing in there, man.
Stuck in a quantum pattern, tangled with what I never said. You say it doesn't matter.
Oh, we just get beautiful piano here at the end. My gosh. Oh, man. This is what I love about Sleep Token, man. It's just, you really can't box Vessel in. And I appreciate him making the music he really wants to make. And it's found its audience. And underneath all, and you definitely have songs within their library, even up to this point of me listening very early on in their second album. But having gone through their EPs, those are over on Patreon, you have songs that definitely lean into the slower, just beautiful melodies. But this really shows that no matter, I think, which song they have, if you were to pull back all the awesome elements, you do just get these beautiful melodies. And any artist that, kind of begins from the piano, you got me, dude. All right, let's get into Shelter from the Room Below.
When it rains, you don't take shelter, you don't take signs from God. When you can't swallow your demons, you become starving. Darling, I'm noticing your flaws. They're exactly what I want, even if you won't believe me. Know it. As you become part of my waking rituals, I can tell. You gather up all of my demons, you become starving. Darling, I'm noticing my flaws, and I'm matching them with yours. Won't you take me where you're going this time?
I feel like I'm sitting beside him.
No matter the cost of the same. And no matter the cost of rain, I will shall see you all the same. And now and then I notice you laughing.
Dude, those lyrics. Okay, so Shelter is a new song that I was like, man, I don't think I've heard this one. I love this. Let me get down where we are. We knew what we were in for. No matter the cost of rain, I will shelter you all the same. I imagine the idea there is like, if you are the shelter, you're kind of the one that takes the beating. Like if you just imagine a physical shelter, a building in a storm, in the rain, and the rain comes at a cost to that shelter. That's what it sounds like. This idea of his love remaining, his presence remaining, him being there to shelter no matter the cost of it. At least that's what it stands out to me.
See you all the same. And now and then I notice you laughing at perfect death. And then you change, suddenly hollow, you become starving. Darling, we must have met before, though I could not say for sure if we knew what we were in for. No matter the cost of rain, I will shall see you all the same. No matter the cost of rain, I will shall see you all the same. And no matter the cost of rain, I will shall see you all the same. No matter the cost of rain, I will shall see you all the same.
Oh, Shelter. Okay. So yeah, 3 of the 4 songs on From the Room Below I have not heard before. Let me see. Let me get a little insight on this. All right, let's see here. Fairly new to Sleep Token, but I was surprised. No, there's lore. I've done my deep dives, special about the room below that needs its own brackets. There was a show called The Room Below that was just Vessel singing and playing guitar, piano. There were backup singers, but no other band members. Meant to be a more intimate setting, he played piano with his back to the crowd, CROWD, no 8, but come on, and took his mask off. Wow. Wow, dude, that's... I mean, obviously his back's to the crowd to protect his anonymity, but there's also something really poetic in that. And I feel like I've seen the pictures. His mask was visible, right? Let me see. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. So you can see his mask up there on the piano. And so what I feel like is really poetic about that is because these songs, obviously some of them new, but even if he did the songs that we already all know, taking his mask off and doing them in these kind of stripped down intimate settings is in its own way taking a mask off, being vulnerable and revealing himself. not in the kind of way that'll get you arrested. So the songs on deluxe version of Sundowning are basically just recorded extensions of that setting. Recommend watching the videos of the show and Vessel's message. Very cool. We'll probably get to some of those videos over on Patreon. Okay, next we have When the Party's Over from the Room Below.
Don't you know I'm no good for you?
Hold up. This is a cover, right? Oh, okay. This is a Billie Eilish song. Got it. And I think I've heard parts of that, and even when she sings it, it's pretty like kind of similar. It's not like a crazy difference, because he did Hey Ya, Hey Yeah, from Outkast, and obviously that song was like completely different day and night. But I feel like even when I've heard the clips of Billie Eilish, it's still in a very kind of intimate, longing way. Beautiful song though.
I'm no good for you. I've learned to lose, you can't afford to.
Can we get a duet between them?
Tore my shirt to stop you bleeding, but nothing ever stops you leaving. Cry when I'm coming home and I'm on my own. Like you like, still like you like that, like you like that. Don't you know too much already? I'll only hurt you if you let me. Call me friend, but keep me closer. And I'll call you when the party's over. Cry when I'm coming home, I'm on my own. Like you like, say it like you like that, like you like
So raw.
Like you like, say it like you like that, like you like that. Like you like, say it like you like that, like you like that. Like you like, say it like you like that, like you like that.
Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, I mean, Billie Eilish, I haven't listened to much from her. Maybe a fun one to get into on the channel. I do have mad respect for her and obviously her brother Phineas. I've watched behind the scenes stuff, and obviously I've heard like some of the bigger songs from her. Probably even played a few on Beat Saber. But I'm not familiar with most of her music. I just know her and her brother, at least for the most part, if not exclusively, are the ones that produce everything. And I just have mad respect for them as artists, writing and producing their music. And I know Phineas is incredibly talented at what he does. Obviously, Billy just has a beautiful voice, an amazing range, and he's the kind of person that doesn't need a lot of work. Like, she is a true artist. Well, here we go with the last one. I Want to Dance with Somebody by Whitney. I thought it was Whitney Houston. I want to dance with somebody. Want to feel the heat with somebody. I'm sure this is going to just be so... Oh gosh, because even when I start imagining singing it slower and really paying attention to lyrics, which is obviously the benefit of sessions like this, is it just lets you really see what's happening in the lyrics, stripping away all the other things. So here we go. I Want to Dance with Somebody from the room below. Low-key super excited for this one.
Clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade.
I don't know if I've ever paid attention to any of the lyrics other than the chorus.
Figure out how to chase my blues away. Turn right up till now. It's the light of day that shows me how. When the night falls, my loneliness calls.
That right there, I was wondering how he was going to handle that line, because how he handles that line totally sets like where we're about to go. Because even in the original version, and when the night falls, my loneliness calls. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. So, but the way that we'll play it back, I feel like if I could remember it correctly, it's like a step down. When in the original version, it's kind of a step up because it's ramping you into the next part.
When the night falls, my loneliness calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Fell in love and lost my senses, spinning through the town. Sooner or later the fever ends and I wind up feeling down. Need a man who'll take a chance on a love that burns out enough to last. When the night falls, my loneliness
See if he pushes it.
calls. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, yeah. I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. And so I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. And yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. And somebody, yeah, somebody.
Come on, push it, Vessel.
Somebody, yeah, somebody, yeah, with somebody who loves me, and somebody, yeah, somebody, yeah, somebody, yeah, with somebody who loves me.
I wonder if anybody knew coming into that night any of the set list, or if he just kind of pulled that out of nowhere. And, you know, it's interesting because the short time that I've been paying attention to Sleep Token, I know there's all the conversations that always exist between kind of purists that like, oh, they're not metal. And honestly, like, who cares? I was actually thinking about this earlier and wondering like when I would talk about it. Thought maybe it might be its own video, but this works. I don't have an issue with purists, but I do have an issue with, and there was a word I thought of, but I can't think of it right now. But the other word is like gatekeeping, because the reality is, who cares? If you like the music, just like the music. It doesn't matter what genre it's in. It doesn't matter if it's cross genre. None of that really matters. Now, some of it makes for fun conversation, but when it turns into like, oh, they can't be a part of us because they're not this, I'm just not on board with that. A good example is when I was probably 20 years old, 21, and I was curious about going to a gun range. I'd never been to one, and I went into the range that I found within my city, and I knew nothing of guns. I know what they look like. I didn't know anything about calibers, which I'm 37 now, so I've learned a lot more. But at the time, I was just curious. Like, I wanted to maybe get into it, find out some stuff. But I remember the gentleman that I talked to behind the counter made me feel like such an idiot that I never went back. Hey, what's up? Hey, yeah, I've never been to a place like this before. I was just curious, like, do you need to bring your own gun? And, what are the prices? Well, what do you want to shoot? Well, I don't really know. Well, 9mm, 45 caliber, whatever. And I just didn't know. But the way that the energy that he was emitting was like, you're an outsider, you're a noob. And to me, it was just such a turnoff. As opposed to, there are times I've come into a new space and somebody's been very welcoming. That's just like, oh yeah, no problem. Well, here, this is kind of the difference between these things. And no, you might really like this. Why don't we try that? Is there any other questions I can answer for you? Like that kind of environment. And you can extrapolate that into all kinds of things in your own workplace, in school. When somebody new comes in, that we're not the people that are like, you don't belong here. That's so gross. But that we're the kind of people that are like, hey, come be a part of us. Come check it out. And so even in the sense with this song, I don't know if there was, I could just imagine there being people that are like, oh, you call them metal. Hey, did I want to dance with somebody? And for me, I'm more props to them. It is a beautiful song. I think personally it was very close to the original. I would have loved to see a little bit more of a departure, just even slowing the tempo more, drawing out a lot of those, I don't know. I'm not a musician. Change up the melody a little bit, maybe the chord structure. But regardless, it's a beautiful song. He delivered it beautifully. And there's so much like emotion and longing and desire. There's a little bit of sadness in there, of like getting through the day, but desiring connection with someone. So anyways, I say all that to say that I love Sleep Token doing what Sleep Token does. I love Vessel being who Vessel is, doing whatever music moves him, whatever he enjoys, and I'm on board for it. So that was from the room below, from the deluxe edition of Sundowning. I'm loving this place will become your tomb. Excuse me. I might have said grave earlier. This place will become your tomb. And the colors, and they're so great with their art and imagery. The blues, just, dude, you got me, okay? Make me feel like I'm swimming in the deep. I'm there for it. But anyways, we'll have some more content up over on Patreon, so feel free to give that a look. Let me know your thoughts on any of these songs and on this deluxe edition. And I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.